There's that anger coming up again. Getting weird and arch, but that's the gang's fault. That's not me. I'm fine. See, I'm calm, man. I'm cool as a cucumber. It's all good. It's all good. I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
What's up to the 22,000 grimdark enjoyers of my channel, and welcome back to another thematic list build. I thought I'd take a break from the standard Chaos Space Marines to give a little love to the extra special God-marked legions. Starting with a legion infamous for spilling blood and taking skulls. It's a thematic list build for the World Eaters. When it comes to the World Eaters rules, my opinion since their index debut hasn't changed. Blessings of Khorne is a fairly uninspired army rule compared to their previous Blood Tithe, but it does provide some potent perks. An army-wide 6-up Feel No Pain and advancing and charging are especially good. Well, when the dice permit, since certain abilities are dependent on particular outcomes when rolling 8 dice. Now, those odds aren't bad, but it is still a roll, and so there will be times where you don't get what you want. When it comes to their detachment rules, the Berserker Warband detachment provides Relentless Rage. When units make a charge move, their melee weapons gain +1 strength and 1 extra attack. It's a simple, straightforward ability. It makes the World Eaters better at their specialty, but it has a condition. If you get charged or find yourself in protracted combats, there's no effect, as such behavior doesn't please Khorne. As far as the back-end tools go, I'm sure everyone by this point knows the hot stratagems and enhancements available to the World Eaters, but I'll mention some of my favorites. Berserker Glaive is infamous for providing a substantive melee performance boost for a character. Battle Lust provides a free use of the Heroic Intervention stratagem, which is especially good if you have fights first, as being able to put one of your units into combat during the enemy turn can really muck up the enemy's plans. And since Heroic Interventions count as making a charge move, Relentless Rage will also kick in. And my favorite stratagem of the lot is Blood Offering. It's fairly unique, and enables a unit which dies on an objective to sticky it upon death, which means your enemy can't simply rely on shooting your units off of objectives to deny your control. Now, let's head over to the list breakdown. I think it makes sense to start with the workhorses of this list. The core of this Berserker Warband detachment is 30 Khorne Berserkers, 2 units of 10 for heavier lifting, and 2 units of 5 for flexibility. Khorne Berserkers are pretty good. Their base stat line sees them fight like legionaries, but they got better strength, and that's before any bonuses from Relentless Rage. And while Berserkers don't have an ability that provides the raw efficiency boost like the legionaries' Veterans of the Long War, their ability Blood Surge provides them with unique circumstantial flexibility. The affordance to make a d6-inch move when fired upon, and even enter engagement range, which could yield some valuable tactical opportunities depending on the enemy's target allocation and orders of operation. Those 30 Berserkers will be living their best Berserker life in 3 Rhinos, providing them a little extra layer of defense while they make their way up the board. Next we got the leaders of this list. First up are 2 Masters of Execution. Stat-wise, he's the same guy available to the Chaos Space Marines. The Masters of Execution bring a meaningful extra set of attacks. With Relentless Rage, each Executioner would have 6 attacks at Strength 8, AP 2, dealing 2 damage. On those weapons are the Devastating Wound and Precision tags, making the Executioner a fairly reliable melee character killer. However, for reasons, the Executioner's abilities are different from the standard version available to the standard Chaos Space Marines. When attacking a character unit, he alone can always reroll all hits and wound rolls, and while the World Eater's Executioner leads a unit, that unit gains fights first. And of course we could only have Karn the Betrayer as the warlord of a Berserker Warband list. He's got 8 attacks hitting on 2s at Strength 6, AP 2 dealing 3 damage. And his 2 abilities allow him to fight on death if he hasn't fought that phase, and he gives the unit he leads reroll hits and wounds of 1. But fair warning, Karn does have a tendency to betray. Now, since I pretty much despise the 8-bound, I need a unit which can provide high-strength multi-damage attacks with good AP. And I think I've got just the thing. Blood Slaughterers. 3 of them. The Blood Slaughterer is a Khorne-aligned Toughness 9, 10-wound demon engine, and it's quite swift. It's got 12 inches of movement, and its Scuttling Gait ability ensures it always advances 6 inches instead of rolling, which is pretty nice for an army with easy access to advance and charge. I've gone with the Twin Slaughterer blades, and while the Harpoon is justifiable, it doesn't have Assault, and so it would be a waste when advancing. The Twin Slaughter blades with Relentless Rage provide 6 attacks at Strength 13, rerolling wounds thanks to the Twin Linked ability, at AP 3 dealing a consistent 3 damage. And following that up are 3 Hellbrutes, equipped with the Twin Last Cannon and Hammer, both chosen to add some heavier hitting attacks. With Relentless Rage, the Hellbrute Hammer gets 6 swings, at Strength 14 AP 3, D6 plus 1 damage. And the Last Cannon adds a splash of ranged threat, and it serves the Hellbrute's Frenzy ability as well, which allows the Hellbrute to reactively shoot or fight back after having an attack resolved against it. Hobby time. I'd recommend opting for World Eater's box dreadnoughts over the official Hellbrute model. For one, the less possessed aesthetic better fits the Berserker warband flavor, and 2, everyone loves a classic box dread. Though GW doesn't sell the World Eater's box dread anymore, so you'll have to look into the used market or use other methods like 3D printing. Or
China. You want to buy from China? That's great. Buy from China. Buy toys from China.
And the last unit of this list is a group of 10 Jackals. They are cultists with bigger muscles, and they have the same ability as the Chaos Space Marines cultist mob, so they can sticky your home field objective. But hold on. On one hand, GW graciously permits the World Eaters the use of the Chaos Space Marine's Master of Execution, but changes his ability from the standard datasheet. And on the other hand, they design and produce the World Eaters unique, muscle-bound, pill-popping cultists of their own, but choose to give them the same ability as the standard Chaos Space Marine cultist mob.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
And that's the list, another 2,000 point list build, well until points change. It's a simple, straight to the point, run down the enemy style of list. And for those who are Legends phobic, you could swap the Blood Slaughterers for Mauler Fiends to maintain a similar style of list. The Mauler Fiends are also fewer points, which will open up some wiggle room for the Berserker Glaive and Battle Lust. That's a wrap on this quick World Eaters thematic list build. If you enjoyed this video, there are buttons for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and a special thanks to Julius Maximus, as well as my other generous patrons and channel members. Lately I've been doing hobby live streams, and currently I'm in the midst of a Wordbearer's arc. So if chill hobby jams are your thing, join in and let's get those projects done. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.